What's up, everyone? Today, me and Pavan are at Relativity Fest 2019. We are super excited to be here.
Yeah.
We met each other for the first time, and today we have a topic that we wanted to talk about. Topic is, and I got my notes, so I'm going to be referencing them.
Yeah.
So the topic is how estimating is the least talked about skill in e-discovery. So one of the things we talked about is we have deadlines that are usually 1 to 2 hours from another. So sometimes you have to estimate, will this take 1 hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours, right? Have you had these kinds of requests where you need like a really short or really exact estimate?
That happens to us every day.
Yeah.
And when compared to other project management, what is so different about e-discovery is that there is hourly deadlines. Other projects, they would be weekly, monthly, but e-discovery is completely different. So the project management rules wouldn't be applied for e-discovery as the other projects. So you have to be very efficient in resourcing, in budgeting.
And so you have to figure out some things like how much do you think it will take you to do? And a lot of people don't have that ability to pace their work or to estimate their own work.
Right.
But the other things that kind of throw a wrench in is you also have to figure out resources that are available to you, like a network speed, maybe processing speed. Let's say you're processing one file types versus the other, so you have to account for that in your estimate.
Right. For example, processing PSTs is way too easy when you're
especially for relativity. Relativity just crunches through them like nothing.
Yeah. So file types are important for you to consider while estimating your timelines.
But the other thing that should be included in the estimate is what if something you completed had a mistake or had an error. So what if you did a final QC and you find your mistake and you have to do it over?
So the buffer time is very important as well.
The buffer time, right. And sometimes project managers or clients don't like that buffer time, right? They're like, no, you need to get it done once and have it done, right? So, and speaking of project managers, if you're a project manager, estimating a project that involves multiple departments of multiple people is even more complicated because you have to estimate for one department, pass it on to the next, and then they'll say, well, no, we need more time because we're doing something else.
Right.
So,
so what's important here is you're sharing your resources across projects. So you should be aware about that fact and estimate your timelines accordingly. You just can't isolate that particular piece of work and give the estimates.
Yep. The next thing for estimates is when you do projects on a rolling basis. Right. So sometimes clients enter productions say it's you know, 1 million documents or 500,000, and you say, all right, it's going to take me 3 days, and they go, no, that's not good. We need to produce something tomorrow morning, right? So now
that happens a lot.
So now you're estimating changes completely. Now instead of figuring out how much time you need to complete the job, you need to figure out how big of a bite to take from the job, right? So you say, okay, do I take 100,000 documents or do I take 50,000 documents from a job? So it can be completed tomorrow. But the difficult part is you have to make a good decision as to how much data to grab, because if you take too much, you may not be able to complete it on time.
That's true. Sometimes doing it in a piecemeal approach and providing timely updates is also important. Then you wait for the entire thing to finish and then provide an update. It's always a good idea to do it in piecemeal approach and provide timely updates to the client. They appreciate it.
Oh yeah, and the downside of taking a piece that's too small is clients going to say, what? You're only going to give me 10,000 documents tomorrow? What kind of resources you guys have, right? So that's, you know, that's the downside of too small. So those are the considerations for when you're doing rolling deliveries. So yeah, I think you should not overlook estimating as a very important skill. I worked with brilliant people who were really smart. They were able to get their job done, but they just could not estimate their work. So I would have to, as a manager, have to estimate it for them. And whenever they were asked that question saying, how long will this take? They were just getting so afraid and like, I don't know. I'm just processing, I'm doing this, I don't know. And I would have to go, okay, you got it. So you're at this stage, so it should be this many hours. And they'd be like, okay, all right. So kind of working with somebody and trying to get them to build up confidence in their own estimate skills is important.
And it should be an individual skill, not just a project manager. I think every individual should have the skill, estimating his own work, how much time it would take. That would help a lot. Instead of just leaving it to the project manager, it should be an individual contribution as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the difficult part here too is when you're interviewing somebody, it's really hard to know if they have the skill or not.
Right.
You could do it and ask them, can you estimate how long this interview will take, right? And then you know if they have estimating skills.
Yeah.
All right, guys, thank you for joining us at Relativity Fest 2019. Hopefully, we will see you around. And if not, we'll see you on YouTube, LinkedIn, or social media of your choice.
Yep.
Have a good day.
Have a good day.